Hi, so I didn't explain the structure of this video. I'm going to do that quickly as much as I can. 8 matches, 2 standard matches, I have 4 championship matches, and 2 ladder matches. I don't think all of these are going to happen, but I'm hedging my bets here, and just giving you a wider range of things I'd like to see. Now we go into the video. Sorry about that. We are now on the road to Money in the Bank. Who should win Money in the Bank? Who do I think should have a match at Money in the Bank? What's the Money in the Bank card looking like? You know what I mean? That's why I'm here. You know what I mean? Will be fantasy booking my personal Money in the Bank card, seeing what all happens, and hopefully I'm right, because I like to be right. Let's get into it. But before we get into it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I upload, because it's going to be a busy week for me. Let's get it. I'm going to get the matches out of the way before we get to the ladder matches. So let's start off with two just matches. Matches that are just there to be there. I have a returning Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria. I think seeing this match on Saturday night's main event was good, and I really do hope Bayley, doesn't leave. That hurt my feelings. Mind you, this is being all recorded before SummerSlam happens, like a week before SummerSlam happens, so I'm expecting Bayley to make her return at SummerSlam whenever they add Lyra Valkyria versus Sol Ruca to the match. Right, so admin, I'm filming this like days before SummerSlam. Lyra Valkyria will not be on the card on SummerSlam, and Sol Ruca is no longer the IC title holder. So there's that for a change. My voice is gone, by the way, sorry about that. Card. I expect Bayley to return. I expect her to cost Lyra. They start feuding, they build up their feud until Money in the Bank, where I think Lyra does win. I think we should be pushing Lyra, like full-fledged, hard, especially if Bayley is going to be gone. The next match that I have on this card is a standard tag match between Solo Sikoa and Royce Keys versus Jey Uso and Jacob Fatu. Now, going off of my SummerSlam predictions, I have Zelo Fatu helping Solo, or helping the Bloodline win. On accident, but helping the Bloodline win. Whose side is he on? Is he on Solo's side? Is he on Royce Keys' side? Is he on the actual Bloodline side of Jey and Jacob? Then I do love the tension between Jey and Jacob, so I'd like to make them a little team for this one night, obviously, but I'd like to make them a little team right now. I think we get Zelo Fatu joining side with Solo Sikoa and Royce Keys, evening the win and costing the Bloodline their win, kind of evening things out. You know what I mean? I have the Bloodline win in my predictions. I'm gonna have this team win here, so then we can build up to Survivor Series War Games. Now we throw in some championship matches here. I don't think all of these are gonna happen, but wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be great? Anyways, I have Liv Morgan as the World Heavyweight Champion versus a returning Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer returned at SummerSlam, not to cause Liv Morgan the match, but to do a stare down. Or we could do this the night after SummerSlam, build up that feud again, reheat that feud. I think if I were to do this, I feel like Liv should just win, keep it until Rumble to SummerSlam, between those 2 time periods, because once we get to Survivor Series, she's not defending the belt, or she shouldn't be defending the belt in a way. So either we keep it till Royal Rumble season or WrestleMania season, but I think she would defeat Stephanie Vaquer, hopefully in a longer, better match than the WrestleMania match. That was disappointing. The next champion match that I have is Penta versus your new Intercontinental Champion, Chad Gable. I think that would do. Wouldn't it do? Wouldn't it be nice to just have it one more time? You know what I mean? They're having their match at SummerSlam, where I predict that Chad Gable will win at SummerSlam. And I think out of just showing respect, Penta as a former world champ, or as a former IC title holder, I'll give you a rematch at Money in the Bank. I think that's a respectful thing to do, especially now that Chad is in his respectful arc. And I think it's just another straightforward match, technical match, high-flying match, luchador match. You know what I mean? Like, he'll hit the Mexican Destroyer, Chad will kick out, and he'll just take a plethora of German suplexes, maybe 2 angle slams, and then an ankle lock to get the win. I think Chad will win if he goes against Penta again. I think that'd be amazing. Add Rey Fenix. Don't add Rey Fenix. The next match that I'm predicting to happen is your Women's United States Champion, Tiffany Stratton versus Blake Monroe. We might not be getting Blake at SummerSlam. And if we do get Blake at SummerSlam, I expect her to have multitude of interactions with Tiffany Stratton, maybe even costing Tiffany the chance at winning the interim women's champion. Yeah, so once that happens, they can build up the feud. Whoever I'm predicting Charlotte to win the interim championship, and I expect everybody to kind of fall into little feuds. So we have, so I'm having a feud with we'll get to the other two later, but I'm expecting Tiffany Stratton and Blake Monroe to come out of that with a feud. Blake challenging Tiffany for her belt, and I'm praying that Blake Monroe will win the United States Champion at Money in the Bank. I think that'd be wonderful, and a title change. We don't get that a lot at certain shows. I think it'd be cool to have a title change here too. Why not? I think it'd be great. My final title match before we get to the ladder matches is your undisputed champion, CM Punk, versus Finn Balor. Finn Balor has won a Fatal 4-Way on a SmackDown to face Sami Zayn at SummerSlam. The winner of that match will become the #1 contender to whoever wins the undisputed champion. I don't think it's a given date, but they'll face the champion whenever they'd like to. And I think it'd be very cool to have Finn win and face him at Money in the Bank. I think it'd be good. I have Cody written out due to injury of a returning Randy Orton. Settle the score with him before he goes after CM Punk and get that number 15. But this is unfortunately the only difference between this and Elimination Chamber is hopefully we don't know Randy's coming back specifically for a 15. I want to make Randy Orton coming back purely to kill Cody Rhodes, and then maybe at the Royal Rumble, maybe Rumble time, or before the Royal Rumble time, we have Randy say to Punk that I do still want that 15. So if it's on your shoulders, that'll just make it a lot easier and better for me. I'm gonna do that prediction later on in the year, where I have my Royal Rumble predictions, because I do have something planned for that. But here I have CM Punk to win against Finn Balor if it were to happen. And now we get to our ladder matches. I have 8 contenders. I have 4 on the four on the Raw side, and I'll let you know who I think should be winning the belt or the briefcase. Oops. Let's do the women's first. Let's do the women's first. On Raw, I have Raquel Rodriguez. I have Sol Ruca. I have Maxine Dupree. And I have a returning and moving Jordan Grace. Excuse me. I think Jordan not being featured on SmackDown is criminal, to be honest. And I feel like they'll trade her for Ivy Nile, the Creed brothers too. I don't know. I feel like they would make a trade for Jordynne Grace to be on Raw instead of SmackDown. I feel like Jordynne Grace would have more of an opportunity on Raw to flourish. You know, because Sol is the champion, Liv is the champion. If she wants to, she can join forces with Ivy Nile instead of moving and create a team there. Who knows, you know? But on the SmackDown side of things, I have Julia, Chelsea Green, Kiana James, and Jade Cargill. You know what I mean? Jade and Chelsea also being in the interim ladder match. I think that they'll kind of fight against each other, maybe even cost each other the belt to let Charlotte Flair win the belt. And so I feel like out of all these names that I've said, the three names I'd love is Chelsea Green, I'd love Raquel, and I think Jordynne would probably do something good with that briefcase too. But I feel like the better option to win is Chelsea Green. I think having a briefcase for Chelsea Green looks right, and it makes sense to have that briefcase be on a Chelsea Green. She shouldn't win the briefcase. She shouldn't win these matches. All of a sudden, she has now a ticket to win a world champion by her own choosing. What the fuck? Like, I think that little story would be cool. I think that'd be good. Yeah, I think Chelsea would be the best option to win. You can even do something with Matt Cardona and the Vision. You know what I mean? Have Austin Theory come out to aid his girlfriend into getting the briefcase, and then have Matt Cardona come out of nowhere, grab Theory, and just, you know, have a little brawl between them two. Maybe have Braun Breaker come out and, you know, spear Matt Cardona to death, knocking down the ladder, knocking down Maxine. That's going to cause tension in the Vision. And having Chelsea later on, of course, climb up the ladder and win the briefcase. I think that'd be cool. And finally, we have the men's briefcase. Same way with the women. I have 8 men, 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown, and I'll let you know who I think should be winning. For Raw, I have Javon Evans, Dominic Mysterio, Jimmy Uso, and I have LA Knight in the runnings of the the ladder match for Raw. I like the LA Knight Jimmy Uso tension going on. I can't fathom Javon Evans not being in a Money in the Bank ladder match. I just don't want to imagine that. You know what I mean? And I think, you know, Dominic Mysterio being in a ladder match, Money in the Bank at least once in his career, I think would fit. Yeah, and he would be a nice little sneaky contender of winning. For the SmackDown side, I have Tonga, the tall one, Carmelo Hayes, Ricky Saints, and Sami Zayn. You know what I mean? Ricky and Melo still kind of button heads every now and then. We have to have a big boy in there, tall boy too. I feel like Tonga WWE really doesn't like, so I feel like having him in the ladder match would be kind of fun. Having someone like Javon Evans face off against him, and then, you know, he just throws him off the, like, literally grabs him from the ladder just standing, and then throws him through the table or something like that. I think that'd be cool. And then, yeah, Sammy being in there, like, needing his undisputed champion back. I think that'd be a good story. Now, who wins? I'm stuck on 2. I can argue with 3 for Dom, but I don't think this is his time yet. He had a time maybe like last year, not this time. But it's really just 2. And out of the 2, it's just Sami Zayn or LA Knight. My brain says that just because I had somebody on the SmackDown side wins, I feel like we should have somebody on Raw win. Meaning I have to pick LA Knight, which is it's the right choice. I'm not the biggest fan of LA Knight winning, but it is the right choice. You know what I mean? You gave us this 3 years now. 3 years. Damn near in a row. Right? Because he was in last year, 2025. He was in 2024. Yeah, 3 years in a row. You gotta give him some. I've seen the LA Knight fans. You know what I mean? This is coming from a Finn Balor fan. We both need something. Finn has been on a win streak. He's going to SummerSlam, and if he can win at SummerSlam, I feel satisfied. We got something good finally for Finn Balor. It didn't win the title, but we got something good. LA Knight fans need a briefcase win. Just give him it. I don't care if he loses the briefcase. I don't care if he doesn't win the champion. Just give him the briefcase. Make us all happy. Triple H, bastard. That and it could keep up Sami Zayn's down spiral. I'm sorry, I stopped recording. I just remembered that. Yeah, it could keep Sami's down spiral going. I think that'd be kind of fun to watch. But that will do it for me today. If you liked the video, that was loud. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please turn on the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I upload. I can't tell you exactly when the next upload will be because I'm filming this way too far in advance and I don't know what my schedule will be looking like for videos, so that's why you gotta stay notified so you know what is next. The music, if you like the music in this video, I make that. I do that. Subscribe to the second channel where I can't keep saying the bit anymore. It's falling apart now, but hey, something interesting might happen on that channel at some point. Who knows? Subscribe. And let me know what y'all think will happen on Money in the Bank. I think something good has to happen. At least 2 things good has to happen. So take care. I love you. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.